I'm here with Darryl, the Boxing Lowdown. How you doing, bro?
How's it going, man?
Good to see you, man. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, bro. Merry Christmas.
All that good stuff.
You know.
Here to talk about boxing as we always are. Busy weekend in terms of the US. Davis, a guy that's obviously got a bit of a reputation to become a potential superstar.
Absolutely.
And then Badou Jack versus Pascal. What was your thoughts on the fights?
Thought first of all, very good card to end the year.
Yep.
PBC did well there. There was a good sizable crowd in Atlanta. There were some celebrities in there. Saw Shaquille O'Neal in there.
Exactly. For a while.
Mayweather was there. So yeah, it was good to see.
Looking like a disco ball.
Yeah, I know his outfit. that's another subject altogether. But yeah, I just thought it was a good card to round off the year. Gervonta Davis is being tipped for big things, as we know, and he was in there against Gamboa, who we all know about. He's not in his prime right now, but you know, it was a good, entertaining fight to round off the year. And Davis got the stoppage win. He'll be happy with that. I thought the undercard was very good as well. I thought Badou Jack and Pascal put up a very entertaining fight. So I thought it was a good card. And
no, and I agree. I was going to say on the undercard, you had a guy called Lionel Thompson. So he fought Jose Scataquai and beat him, big upset. Yeah, he knocked him down early, which was a surprise. And he got the win as well. I not tipped him, but I watching the fight, I did feel that he won that fight. But yeah, definitely going back to the Davis fight. I mean, a lot of questions after the fight, really, in terms of is he going to be able to cope at 135? The other challenges, you're looking at your Lomachenko's, Devin Haney, Crawford's come out with that statement or the tweet saying stay away. I mean, in terms of his performance, how would you rate it out of 10?
It was solid enough. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, he was never in any danger of losing, Gervonta Davis. Throughout the fight, he had Gamboa really where he wanted him. He wasn't able to put him away early, which I'm sure he would have wanted to do, make a statement. And of course, he had the weight issues going in, like missing weight on the scales the first time. But I think that, you know, he got the stoppage victory. There are a lot of question marks as to whether he can carry up his power to, you know, 135 pounds. You look at some of the guys that have knocked down Gamboa already. There's been quite a few. He's been down a lot of times in his career. I didn't realise he's been down that many times. 15, that's crazy. But I mean, Gervonta Davis put him down 3 times. Look, he got the stoppage win. He wasn't at his best. We know he can be better. So maybe it might entice some of the other contenders out there to fight him. So I saw a lot of people calling him out after that.
I mean, that's that, and I think that definitely happens, right? We've seen that with Triple G in the past, to essentially even with Joshua when he took that Ruiz loss, everybody wants to fight him. I think for me with the Davis performance, it's hard to really score it highly. I do think he got the job done. He got the knockout in the end. Was it a bit too soon? Maybe because Gamboa didn't look out. He didn't look flat out on his feet. Even more considering that he tore his Achilles tendon. So I have to say, even that whole sort of debacle was very, very entertaining because he wanted to pull out and his team
wanted to pull out. That was a bit weird.
Sit down. And I heard apparently they told him, look, just go through it. It's going to warm up. You'll go through the pain. So look, that showed a great mentality. So I think for Davis, it's like he called it a C+. I would have, from a numbers perspective, I would probably give him 5 out of 10 purely because he's coming in with the big name. He didn't get a true knockout in terms of a guy that had one leg. You think back to Tony Bellew, David Hay, or even to the point where his corner, Mrs. Gamboa's corner, they didn't throw the towel in. So I think for Davis it was poor. Even if you look at the accuracy of a lot of the shots, we know he throws big punches, he's got the power, but he missed a lot, similar to a Wilder type of performance. So for me, I think it was very underwhelming because I think there's a lot of people that are looking to him to be the next star, and I'm not sure. I put a post up and I said I think he's blown the 2.0. That's probably harsh, but I just feel the way he didn't make weight, after everything, we've almost forgotten about that. I'm not sure about Davis. So
I think 5 is pretty accurate with what you scored. I agree. I think with the comparisons to Mayweather and Broner, I can see Tank probably being somewhere in the middle. I think he's probably in the middle. Like, he's not going to hit the heights of a Mayweather. No. He's 25 years old. Like, look at what Floyd was doing at 25.
Exactly.
So he's not going to hit those heights, but then he's not going to be maybe as bad as a Broner, because Broner was very disappointing in terms of what he could have achieved and what he's still if you want to count it. But I think that looking at his career, he could have achieved so much more, and I think Tank probably sits somewhere in the middle. Yeah,
and that's actually a good way to sort of sum it up. He is somewhere in the middle. liked him when he fought on the Badou Jack DeGale card. I'd seen him fight in Washington on the Theophane card the year before. So I thought, you know what, this guy's got that Mike Tyson-esque sort of aura about him. But yeah, it was very disappointing. But most obviously the fight before that was Badou Jack versus Jean Pascal, going for the WBA world title. I mean, first of all, we've got to say, you know, we're going to get onto the fight. But Jean Pascal, I mean, even for him to fight, beat Marcus Brown, to be in this position, as you said, he's rolling back the years. I mean, what was your thoughts on that fight as a whole? I
salute Jean Pascal, man, because I admit I didn't pick him to win this fight. I didn't pick him to beat Marcus Brown. He's gone in there and he's defeated both of them. And you know, he's whatever people say about, you know, the end result of this fight with Badou Jack, saying that, you know, they thought Jack won. I thought it was too close to call. I mean, it could have gone to Jack, it could have gone to Pascal. But just the fact that he's still in there at, what, 37 years old?
37, yeah.
Still mixing it up, and he's being very competitive and taking these guys all the way and winning. You've got to give him credit, man, because nobody gave him a chance. I didn't. I didn't predict him to win at the weekend. I thought Jack would probably be a bit too much for him, but listen, man, just goes to show. I mean, when you look at his resume as well, the guys that he's fought, like Jean Pascal, he hasn't won all of them. But he's fought Kovalev, he's fought Hopkins, he's fought so many guys, man.
Yeah, and I was going to say, actually, it kind of half shows the level that Kovalev was operating at before the Ward fights, because he kind of dismantled Jean Pascal on both occasions. And what Jean Pascal is now doing to the other guys in the division, I mean, Marcus Brown namely, but even Badou Jack, you know, we're going to talk about the fight. You know, if you look at the intensity he started with, my question was always going to be, was he going to be able to maintain it? He didn't, because he got knocked down in the 12th, but I felt that it was balanced enough that he had a shout to win the fight.
Definitely. I mean, look at the first 6 rounds. For me, including the knockdown, Pascal won, what, 5 of them? I think he won about 5 of them on my card.
Easily.
And people will just remember like the ending of that, because it was like a, you know, like how football's called a game of 2 halves. It was like that in this particular sense with boxing, where Jean Pascal controlled the first half of it. Badou Jack came on strong in the second half, and then captivating a knockdown in that 12th. It's going to be, that's fresh in people's memories.
Exactly.
So they're going to be like, oh no, Badou Jack won that because of this. But you have to, they all
you've got to look at the whole 12 rounds.
You have to count them all.
Exactly. And I think on balance, it probably would have been easier to have a draw. Even when you mention Jean Pascal, you think, you know, credit to him in terms of what he's done, the type of fighter he is. Sometimes I think we forget Badou Jack. You look at his body of work, you look at the types of guys he's fought consistently, from Groves, DeGale.
He's got a solid.
He's solid. Okay, probably Cleverly is the one blemish, but he had to do that to get the WBA, to get the title. Marcus Brown, Stevenson, as you said. Now Pascal, and I think he would take the rematch. I think what he's got to look at, and this is a question I think, do you think he needs to look at his team, his stable? The reason I asked that, you know, he works with Louis Delville. He's got his reputation in America, but I just feel with Badou Jack, he's starting fights too slowly.
He definitely started fights too slowly.
All these sort of like controversial decisions he has, he's starting them too slow.
I don't know if he's learning from these particular fights, because I admit I thought he's been quite unlucky in some of them. I thought he beat DeGale, in my opinion. I thought he
that a draw, but
he did enough to beat Stevenson, in my opinion.
I think that one for me.
He beat Stevenson, and with Marcus Brown, he was overwhelmed by him. But he suffered that horrific cut. But I don't know if he's going back to the drawing board and actually learning from these. Like, I know it's not his style to be going in there and rushing against your opponent, but maybe pick up a couple of rounds earlier on and just get them in the bank.
Exactly. I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head. He's got to do something to get rounds in the bank, whether it's more activity, whether it's being less. I don't know. You know, it's funny you talk about the Stevenson fight, which again I felt he had won that. And remember, it was kind of the opposite of the Pascal fight, where he came out of the blocks and he started really fast, and Stevenson in the later rounds sort of not knocked him down, but kind of started to wobble Jack. I think he definitely needs to look at if it's not his team, his setup, his preparation, because something's not allowing him to start fast. Do you know what I mean? It's always like a build up, and
maybe it's his age, man. I mean, he's 36, 7 years old now.
Yeah, it's true, but he was young. He's younger than Pascal, and Pascal just came. And I mean, could you imagine? I mean, to be fair, there would have been a knockout if both of those guys had come the way they did. And maybe actually, even as I'm thinking about it, maybe because Badou Jack got knocked out in the first or second round early in his career. Maybe that's what holds him back, but I think mentally he's got to let that go if that is the case. But again, who am I? I'm just and then it's commentating, you know what I mean? But guys, before we keep moving on, got a shout out. We've got the Boxing Lowdown t-shirt. We've got Raps on TV hoodie here. I guess we didn't even explain why we're both on camera, so
No.
we might as well do that. Do you want me to go? You go?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah. So Darryl came onto the studio about a month ago, probably.
Just over a month ago. Yeah.
Just over a month. Great chat. Him, Dean, obviously Tom, the co-host as well. And I said, bro, we've got to keep doing more. And actually, when we realised that we live local to each other,
that was crazy. We didn't even know.
We didn't even know. Yeah,
crazy.
exactly. So we said, you know what? We've got to kind of just meet up, talk boxing, because I'm pretty certain we could chat on the phone for 30 minutes. So let's put it on tape.
In front of camera.
It's going to be on my channel. It's going to be on his channel. At this stage, it's all about collaboration, and it should always be about collaboration. So
absolutely.
Yeah, that's how I see it, man. So respect, brother.
Always, man.
A lot of people won't do that. So no, respect.
Absolutely.
So guys, we're going to move on to the next topics, but we're going to make it into another video. So thanks for tuning in, and subscribe to Boxing Lowdown and Raps on TV. Respect.